Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So guys, I have an exciting video. I am answering some subscribers' questions. And guys, you know what? Yeah, please post your questions under your favorite coach's video, because our social media team does actually send them to the coach as video ideas. And I do notice that a lot of our coaches on the team do videos called Answering Our Subscribers' Questions. You can always email them in as well. Yeah, if you email them in, we can actually send you a link to the video. So yeah, exciting. And guys, just before I dive into it, I have some exciting news. Somebody bought my course, how to create the relationship that you love. I know what my course is called. And they manifested getting their ex back. Okay, so I'm so excited. They didn't want me to share the details of their success story, which I agreed to. And but yeah, you know what? I thought I'd share that with you. Also, that's what I use to manifest my marriage. So yeah, really exciting. So that link is in the description, as well as we do have a free course, how to find your blocks to manifest anything fast. What it's going to do is it's going to help you create a mental diet. Now, I think it's very important here to note that, you know, basically looking for a block is a block, okay? Your blocks are going to be very clear to you, okay? Basically, you're either going to think them or you're going to see them in your reality. And it's just about recognizing, observing, and changing them, okay? We're not asking you to sit down and, you know, go, oh, I've got blocks, you know, I got to find this. But like, I mean, to be honest, everything manifests instantly. Okay. So if you're not getting something right away in your reality, then there's some part of your story that's not in line with that. And you know what? Honestly, you know what it is. Like, you know what it is, you know, we all know what it is, you know, deep down, right? So anyway, that course is going to help you build your mental diet. You know, for instance, questioning is a block. If you're questioning, why isn't he calling me? Why doesn't he want to be in a relationship with me? That is not a good mental diet, okay, intending that he wants to be with you, right? So it'll go through things like that. So the success story for the course is actually on our Facebook group. So really excited about that. And guys, also, we have a whole team of coaches here that can help you. A lot of them are having sales right now. I think the one important thing to note is that a lot of the people on our team, the coaches, are neuro-linguistic programming practitioners, hypnotherapists. A lot of us are certified life coaches, where we've taken a course about helping people to create goals and change their story, as well as we do have a psychologist on the team, and we have had counselors, you know, certified counselors, et cetera, in the past. So I am very diligent at making sure that whoever we bring onto the team has some sort of training, right? And you know, for the few that actually don't, they really know their stuff. Okay, so yeah, if anyone's applied with us, you know, we got a pretty rigorous interview program to sort out, you know, if you know the law of assumption and can coach up to the level that we provide, right? So, and as all of you guys know, if you ever have any, you know, problems with any coaching calls that you have with us or courses, please let us know. You know, we'd be happy to help and make things right? So, because, you know, we do this because we want you to be successful. Like, I remember when I started on this journey, you know, and the reason why I'm passionate about coaching is I did 2 years of coaching that basically submersed me in Everyone As You pushed out, like every single week. And it changed my life. Okay. It was an investment with me. And we offer similar coaching to what I received that helped me to change my life. Okay. And, you know, the thing is you can have anything you want. And this is why we're so passionate about it. And we give it away for free. And I've started this is because, you know, it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be confusing. And you know what, I've made it my life's mission. And I intend that I always, you know, explain law of assumption very clearly, very simply, to help you change your life. Okay. And we give everything away in our videos. And I also intend that the coaches on the team here do the same. Okay. So yeah, let's dive into the questions. So the first question we have here is, I am sorry, but I'm confused. Is divine timing exist or not? You said it doesn't, but Ani said in one of her recent videos that sometimes we have to wait for divine timing to unfold our manifestation. I would appreciate if you could clarify that. Oh, absolutely. I'd love to. So Ani's definitely right. Okay. So the video you're talking about, I remember it. I was talking about divine timing. And what I was talking about in the video was, I've heard people say that, look, you have no control. The universe will give it to you when they do. That's divine timing. You just got to sit back and wait. Okay. So what I say, okay, is that yes, divine timing does exist, but you can change it. Okay. So what Ani is saying, okay, and I know what I've watched Ani's video, and Ani knows her stuff. Okay. What she's saying is don't manipulate and try to mess with the 3D. Okay. As soon as you make an affirmation, an intention, that you declare that you want something, what happens is everybody in your reality is conspiring to make it happen. Okay. And that's what she's talking about with divine timing is it'll come. Okay, like, just keep, things are working behind the scene, keep persisting, it's going to come. Okay, that's what she's talking about for divine timing, which I 100% agree with. But what I'm talking about is people saying that, divine timing, it's out of your control. Somebody else is going to grant it to you in the universe when you're ready. Okay, so here's an example. So I wanted to buy this car, and this was like, go back, let's rewind a couple of years. So me and Andrea were living in a different city, and we were actually moving, and if it was September, we were actually moving in January to our new house, which was like basically 2 hours away from where we're living. And Andrea was buying this new vehicle. And I wanted a new vehicle as well. I wanted this Mazda. But so it went into the dealership, and it was COVID. And so the Mazda dealership said, well, you know what? It's COVID. There's a shortage on these circuit boards. We're not going to have it for 2 years. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I thought to myself, I don't want it right now. Anyway, I thought, you know what? We're going to move to our new city in January. I'm going to go to the dealership. They're going to have my car. I'm going to get it. So then I was like, that's fine. So then fast forward, we move to our new house, and I go to the dealership in my new town, and I say, hey, I want this car. I want it red. I want it hardtop, standard and, fully loaded. And they were like, oh, sorry, we don't have it. COVID. There's a shortage on circuit boards. There are 2 of these cars, on a shipment coming in, but neither one of them are red and what you want. So it's going to be a couple years. I'm like, okay. And he's like, but I'll take your name and number, and something comes up, we'll let you know. And I was like, okay. So right then and there, I could have been like 2 years, divine timing. You know what? I'll get it when I get it. And I was like, no, I'm in control of this. Okay. So I went home, and I thought, you know what? How do I change this? I go into my head right now, and I was like, you know what? It's my exact car. It's my exact car. He was mistaken. My car is in that shipment. Okay. He's going to call me and tell me that car's in my shipment. Okay. I'm not kidding you. 2 days later, they called me, and they're like, you're not going to believe this. And I was like, what? They're like, the car, I was wrong. One of them was exactly your car in the shipment. Like, come down and pick it up, buy it. And I was like, oh my goodness, right on. So I made my own divine timing. So yeah, divine timing was, you know what? I put a declaration in September saying I wanted this car. Okay. And of course, everything behind the scenes started happening to give me that car, but I didn't stop persisting. I didn't just give in to the 2 years and say, okay, well, I'll get it when, the universe thinks it's time. I was like, well, no, you know what? I'm not going to like push and meddle and try to manipulate the dealership or call around to 100 different dealerships. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go in my head here and be like, you know what? Like, this is what I want, because the guy already told me that, if another dealership has it, he can bring it in, but no other dealership had it because there was a real shortage on these cars because it's not a regular everyday car. It's a sports 2-seater sports car. So there's not a huge demand for them. So I was like, okay. So anyway, so it was divine timing. Okay. It was my timing. I'm the divine righteous one in my reality. It was my timing. Okay. I created that timing. So, that's the difference. Okay. So what I'm saying is it's not up to anybody else. It's completely up to you. Okay. But it's going to come to you when you create it to come to you. Your divine timing is changeable. Okay. How do you change it? You change it with your thoughts. Okay. So, I could have changed it back in September to have it immediately too. I could have totally done that. But in my mind though, I didn't want it till after I moved because it was a 2-seater car and I had a 4-seater car with a big trunk and we were moving. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'll just wait until after we move. Right. And also at my old place, I parked under this tree that basically left green on the car. So I didn't want to get this brand new sports car and park it there. I knew my new house was going to have a garage. Right. So a lot of different reasons of why it didn't happen in September, but it could have. Okay. So my point is you're always in control of divine timing. Okay. And never think that it's out of your control. Like if you start questioning why something's not happening, you need to go back on your mental diet because that's going to delay it. Okay. Anyway, I intend that answers your question. Ani is absolutely correct. Okay. And she's an amazing coach as well. So what do I do when visualization becomes tough? Okay, so this is an excellent question. So when visualization becomes tough, you don't need to visualize. Your subconscious mind actually only sees in pictures. So if I say to you right now, don't think of a blue duck, you just thought of a blue duck. Maybe it was purple, maybe it had yellow boots. Either way, you thought of this duck, okay? Because your subconscious mind just makes pictures. And this is the important part. It doesn't hear negatives, okay? So you have to be very careful the way you word your affirmations, okay? So if you say, look at, I don't want to be single, your subconscious mind is creating an image of you being single. So if you want to be married, you're like, I want to be married to Jerry. I want to be married to Andrew. Boom, there's a picture of you and Andrew, right? So you know what? You don't need to actually be able to visualize. Your subconscious mind is going to do it for you because it only sees in pictures, okay? Your subconscious mind does not work with anything other than pictures. And the words that you have in your conscious mind, this voice up here, goes into your subconscious mind, creates a picture. This picture shows up in your 3D reality, okay? That is the very simplified version of how that works. So, you know what? It's a block. It's a pitfall of thinking, you know, oh my goodness, you know, I can't visualize, this isn't going to happen. No, I don't visualize anything. I don't purposely sit down and visualize anything. I just know that my words and my thoughts create visualizations in my subconscious mind that will get impressed and reflect into my 3D. So, you know, I just make sure that I just stay on a clean mental diet, right? And try my best not to react to things in my reality. But if I do react to them, I just say, look, I reacted, I'm going to change it, I'm moving on, right? So how do you change your beliefs? Here's a really excellent question, okay? So changing beliefs is a lot of different things. So, you know, how do beliefs get created? There's the really good question. So how you create a belief is you think something, it manifests, and boom, you're like, there. Do you see? Okay, so for instance, you know, okay, I intended Andrew would make me tea every morning. Now he makes me tea every morning. It's a belief. Andrew always makes my tea. Okay, now how do I change that belief? Okay, well, I don't want to change that belief, but how do you change a belief? Well, it's the same way as how you created a belief. Okay, so you had no beliefs when you were younger. Okay, none. They got created through experience throughout the years. Okay, so there's the key word, through experience. So what you need to do is you need to start changing your experience. And when you start changing your experience, your beliefs will change, okay? So let's say, for instance, you know, you've got the belief that people don't change, okay? You have to start saying people change. People change all the time. People change easily. People will change into people that I like. People will change. And then you'll start seeing people changing. That'll manifest. And when you see that enough times, that'll become a belief. So repetition will cause things to become a belief once they manifest, okay? And then repeatedly manifesting that new belief will, you know, like that new thing will solidify it into a belief, okay? Now, how do you do this easily? So how you do it easily and fast, okay, like a really quick shortcut that I'm going to share with you is you build your belief in your thoughts creating and law of assumption, okay? So, you know, there was like, I read a comment going, you know what, I believe that I create, and then all of a sudden something bad happens and I say, oh, there you go. See, I can't create anything. Okay, right there, you're blocking yourself with that statement. Okay, so you have to understand that, like, you know what, your thoughts are going out, okay? And, you know, there's times that you have thoughts and you don't even remember what those thoughts were. And yeah, they're going to manifest, okay? And your dominant thoughts are going to manifest. And sometimes they're just going to show up. And that's okay. You know what? It's just to look at it and say, okay, look, that was an old thought and I'm moving on. So the best way to change beliefs quickly is to, you know, create a little list of manifestations. Keep practicing and being consciously aware of what you're manifesting and really learn how you manifest yourself personally. Because when you do that, you build your belief in yourself. And it's really easy to change your beliefs at that point because you know that none of this is real. Everyone is you pushed out and everything is changeable, okay? And when you wholeheartedly believe that you can be, do, and have anything you want, it's so easy to change a belief. It's so easy because you've got no resistance to, is this real? Do I really create? Do my thoughts really create? Because once you start going down that line of questioning, you're just causing yourself like a block, basically, right? You just need to change those thoughts into, yeah, I believe that my thoughts create. So here's some really good intentions to help you to learn, like to see how, you know, to fast track you on to being, you know, a really good creator and believing in yourself. So I intend to always see how I create everything in my reality. Okay. I intend to see how I create everything in my reality. Okay. I always find my blocks quickly and change them. I always get what I want quickly. I believe I could be, do, and have anything that I want. I intend to see how I created everything in my reality. I intend to find it easy to change my reality with my thoughts. I intend for my desires to manifest quickly. Okay. But the important one is I intend to see how I manifested everything in my reality. That's your magic one right there. That one is magic because you'll easily see it. I intend to easily see how I manifest everything in my reality. That one is just a game changer. Okay. That makes you superhuman because now you're like, oh yeah, you'll just be like, you'll look at something and you'll be like, oh my God, how did I manifest that? And then boom, there it is. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, the other thing we say questioning is a block. Okay. So not all questioning. Okay. The questioning that does become a block is, when you're questioning what the other person's thinking, if they want to be in a relationship, you're questioning, how you're going to pay your bills, you're questioning, all these things. Okay. Those are going to cause you a block because, if you want something, visualize or create it, create the story of how it's going to happen, what's going to happen, what the outcome's going to be. But questions that don't block you is like saying, well, how did I create that? That question will automatically give you an answer. Okay. So some questions, okay, but some questions are not okay. It depends on the question. Questioning why Andrew doesn't want to marry me is definitely a block if I want to marry him. Right. So, there's a little bit of, logic to it. It's not just a cut and dry, all questioning is a block, no questioning is a block. That doesn't work like that. So you can use questions. I've used questions before to go, oh, I wonder how I created that. And like, oh, I wonder how that happened. And then boom, you get the answer. And it's like, okay, good to know. But if you're, questioning why something isn't happening that you desire, that's definitely a block, right? So, anyway, guys, you know what? I intend that this video has given somebody an aha moment. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I intend that each and every one of you guys are successful and you get what you want in your reality. Okay. Anyways, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.